Hey folks, this is Randy, Victor, New York. Just wanted to put a message out. Hopefully y'all can come out for the hometown days. We don't have Hang Around Victor Day anymore, but I really got to give hats off to the organizer. I believe it was her idea originally, but she's definitely put time and effort for the last few years to really make hometown day special. Aimee Cain of Annie Gifts and Clothing Artisan Market. She's actually going to be opening a second location too up near the mall, I heard. But if there's somebody who deserves some accolades, it would definitely be her. She had a focus on trying to bring local. I mean, she does have some very, like maybe 10% of what she has in her shop that's not made within 60 miles or in western New York, but she helps out local artisans. I think she's got like 40 different artisans, along with all the clothing and different stuff that she has. It's all local. So when some people say shop local, a lot of us, including me, I don't entirely shop local. Sometimes I just have to go with a lower price, but her focus and the types of stuff she's brought into her shop is making her successful. Her extra above and beyond efforts for putting together and helping to facilitate hometown days. Of course, she's going to give credit to a whole bunch of other people that are also deserving, but I've been paying attention. I know what's going on in Pittsburgh. I know who the movers and the shakers are, and she definitely deserves accolades. So please, if you can, come out for the day. See the sign in the background here in the Village of Victor from 10 to 4 on September 9th, 2023. There's music, there's food vendors, there's all kinds of different local artisans and local businesses that are going to have their goods out. The rain, it is supposed to rain. It probably will, but from what I can tell, it's probably going to be more of a hit and miss rain, and it probably won't start until 1 o'clock. So the event goes from 10 to 4, and probably from 10 to at least 1 it might be cloudy, probably not issues, but regardless, if you come out, enjoy the day. The following week we have Climb Aboard Victor Day. I always mess up his name. Kusmala. I don't know. Look up the town website. Sorry, I forgot your name, Drew. Anyway, Climb Aboard Victor Day. So now that you've seen the main video, I will talk a little bit about some of my vision and my thoughts about what's going on in Victor, or what could be going on in Victor, and what I think is going right and wrong. I would say that, after living here since 1996, I'm not the elder of the community, but I might have been here for long enough to see and know something that my opinion should matter. And what I believe, this is my personal opinion, is I think that the people involved in development for the town of Victor and the town supervisor, whoever is to blame, I don't know, but they totally missed it on the planning for development for Victor, infrastructure planning that we needed. They were talking back when Local Development Corporation started about 20 years ago about having Victor be in the gateway community and a destination location and anchor store locations and all that other stuff, a grocery store in the village and all that. I didn't forget all that stuff. I didn't forget all the supposed goals from way back then. But the infrastructure that we need now is because there's out of control development. Listen, hey, it creates jobs short term. It's been great for the community to some extent. And yes, people want to live here in Victor because of the low taxes and the good schools, et cetera, et cetera. But Jack Marin, you've been missing in action, and/or you've been taking actions that were not really in the best interest of Victor. Taking out the rail. If you want a destination location, you got to have something. And we had train tourism, but because you basically decided, and the planners decided, probably 2018 or before, to just forget about fixing the rails, forget about Victor Insulator, their interest, forget about rail tourism, which, by the way, is making money hand over fist every place it's being done throughout the country, I think. Forget about the idea of rail bikes, because it's the developers that matter. And you're allowing it to occur or facilitating it in a way which it would occur. In my opinion, Jack, you really don't deserve a good grade on your way out. I heard you're leaving. I heard you're not going to be continuing on. And I want everybody in Victor to know that I don't really feel great about saying these things, but because I know there's some good things that he's done, and he's a good person. So is the director of development. I mean, a lot of good people, but when you don't know what you're doing, or maybe you're doing things that aren't in the best interest of the people, it needs to be called out some way. And what I mean by that is, where's our destination point? Where is the grocery store in the village? You know, if you're going to try to say there was no money available for fixing the rails, it's a bunch of garbage. Infrastructure bill passed about 2 years ago. The money's already been doled to the state. The state's already deciding what to do. Perhaps it's already allocated to other places, but there's more money rolling in, and there is money to fix the rails. And Victor Insulator's even willing to put some of their money forward for it. And I think that the town and the village and people here believe it's important. Now, you let the development run out of control. I know at least 10, 15 years back, I looked up, tried to find, I think it was Channel 10 that did a report, and you were speaking on one hand, and I was speaking on the other, and I was saying, you can't keep developing without improving the infrastructure. Well, you finally admit that we need more infrastructure, and you want to take out the rails going all the way to Farmington, you know, and the mayor, he says, we don't want a bypass. Anybody who's talking that it's a bypass is just plain wrong. Well, guess what, Mr. Mayor? If you want to talk about from 251 to School Street, I agree. You know, that would have been a great way to diffuse the traffic through the village. But we're talking about now, if the rail does get abandoned and terminated and the rails get pulled up all the way to Farmington, we're talking about a bypass of the central business district in the village of Victor. And yes, I will call it a bypass. So there's a lot of people that don't really pay attention, don't know what's going on. We had COVID. They weren't involved in the last couple of years. You know, as best I can be, I am involved, but when they don't like what I'm saying, they do what they can. They play dirty politics. And Jack, you still owe me an apology, and so does Kathy Rayburn. You owe me an apology for what you did to me last year. It was just plain wrong, especially in a community that's supposed to be Republican. See, Republicans are supposed to say the law comes first, so we don't buy into the idea of like, well, just you get 10 people to say somebody did something wrong and they're guilty until proven innocent. No, the due process under the law. No, our system's not perfect in that respect, but you get charged for a crime before you get punished, before your rights are taken away. So this isn't about me. This is about Hometown Day. I'm very proud and happy to live in Victor. I have some gripes. I think they're legit. And the most important thing for you people in Victor who are still listening need to know about is because of all this out of control development during a time when the construction costs are really high. We have a lot of new high priced properties, okay? And that caused the equalization rate to drop like a rock to 79%. Do you know what that means? Look it up. Equalization rate, property taxes, Victor, New York. Find out for yourself. Find out how it works. Basically what it means is our assessments are going to go up and our property taxes are going to go up. We're going to change the formula at Victor, and we still do not have a reason like Fairport destination. I will give accolades to one place, Ganondigan. Ganondigan is doing very well, and they are a draw. But most of the things that could be a draw are gone, and it's just, I don't know. The people that were in charge didn't do it. For whatever reason, they didn't do it.